Good day, guys. In this video I'll be sharing with you 4 high interest fixed deposit accounts I use to earn extra income in Nigeria. And the good part about this is most of this app offers at least 25 to 30% interest rates depending on how long you are saving. And some of the advantage which we also uncover as we go on is some app allow you to take your interest now instead of waiting for the time frame. Maybe let's say you agree to save 100,000 for a year and the profit is supposed to be 25,000. Instead of waiting till the maturity date to take your profit or your interest, you can receive it now and take your capital at the end of the year or at the end of the saving time. And again, one of the app I'm going to share with you also allows you to break at any time, but you still retain the interest. Let's say, for instance, you have saved for 2 months and the interest you have gained is, let's say, 20,000. You can decide to break it off and they will give you 10,000. You have to lose 50%, unlike others that will just take both the profit and everything and just leave you with your capital. Now that you have gotten a clue on how this works, we should dive right in. And again, let me offer a disclaimer. If you have any app or if you've seen any app that is offering to give you more than 30 or 50% of your investment for a very short time, then you should be wary of those apps, because no app will offer to give you 50%, except maybe you are saving for maybe, let's say, 5 years, 4 years. That is because even the 30% offer is valid for those saving, let's say, 2 years. Yes, you can get 30, you can get 32% if you are saving, if you want to lock your money for up to 2 years. But a year, I think the highest I've seen is 26%. Anything offering higher or more might be a scam, so you should just watch out for scams. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the first app. The first option on our list is Fair Money. I know you might have heard about this app, but it's mostly popular for maybe borrowing loan and the rest. Aside from loan, it offers it's one of the best place you can earn interest on your savings. But what I don't just like about them is asking for location access every now and then. Aside from that, they are really cool. Let me proceed by logging in. So once you are logged in, you see these savings by the last option, 30% interest. You tap on it and then you go to this Fair Lock. You can see this Fair Save 17%. This one you can withdraw anytime and every day. So this one is basically if you have money that maybe you are like on your day-to-day maybe usage, but you just want to keep it to be earning interest. Then this Fair Target is maybe you have a target, you want to get maybe, let's say, a fridge and you want to just save, you understand? This is more like for discipline, but this is the fixed deposit and this is the option I'm working with. So you tap on it, tap on the fixed deposit, and this is where it gets interesting. Collect interest up front. This is if you want to collect your interest at maybe now. You want to collect your interest now. We can toggle this off if you want to collect your interest at maturity. And so you get 51% interest. Let me adjust this. So let's say let me use a million for instance. If you are saving for 300 a year, which is the benchmark, if you want to save for a year, you are going to get 234,000 upfront. Okay, yes, though this is not upfront. If you want it upfront, you should toggle here. You see, you get 234,000 interest now, meaning once I toggle on continue, it will, and I finish all the setup and everything, this amount will be paid into my account, but I won't be able to touch it. I won't be able to alter anything. So that means I'll have to wait till maturity, but then I won't be gaining any interest because I've collected it for my personal use now. But let's toggle this off and let's go with the amount on the account. Let's say 1,000. Let me show you. You can see 7 days is 30%. 7 days, 30%. I don't really know how these things work, but I don't think they will give you 30% for 7 days. Yes, but because you can see here 5,000 and they will collect 507. This, I don't know how they are calculation, but I'm working mostly with a year. I don't normally do 7 days and all this short time stuff. It's more of 1 year, which is 26%. So if you check, let's use our calculator. If you use 1,026,000, so it's supposed to be 260, but from the app we are paying a 26,000. We are paying a 26,000, 20,000 naira charge. So that is how every loan app works. Let's get back into this. So let's say we are working with one time because there's no fund on this account. Tap on 365 days, which click on continue. Then you put a name. Let's say this is for rent. Yes, this is for rent. Tap on continue. Then you can see this space is to select where you want the money to be paid. And I think Fair Save is okay. Fair Save was the option where you can leave your money and it will generate interest for you in every day. It's not a bad idea. So that is all for Fair Money, and I think they give the highest that I know. If you have anyone that give more that is legit, you can drop it in the comment section. But for now, I think Fair Money gives the highest, which is 26% per annum. So let's move on to the next app. The next on our list is Rent Money. I think their interest is just 1% difference. Although according to them, they tell you 26%, but when I use them, I'm currently using them for a savings. 25% they are given instead of the 26%. But let's dive into how their platform. So once you are logged into your dashboard, tap on this My Savings. So once you tap on it, then you see this Start Saving, and you are going to tap Rainfort. You are going with the Rainfort. As I said, I already had a saving with them. So you tap on Start New. You can see enjoy 26, but 25. I will get to that. Get off front. So tap on Start Saving. So this is where the everything you set up everything and customize everything you want. So let's just go with 1 million, just for reference purpose. Then how do you want your savings? You can see the options: interest now and interest at maturity. You get your interest now and your principal strictly upon maturity. Then interest at maturity, you get both interest and principal at the end of your saving duration. So, but if you ask me, I think this option, this Rent Money, they are better, but I will only advise you to use them when you want your interest at maturity. But if you want your interest now, I think their this thing is lower, their interest is lesser. Let me show you something. Let me say I choose interest at maturity, and then I slide this toggle. You can see 12 months I'm getting 25%. But let's change it back to interest now and then move to 12 months. You see, you are getting 19%. Meaning if you want to get upfront payment, it doesn't pay. Fair Money pays more than them. But if you want to just leave your money there, and because I think with Fair Money it's the same. If you are getting your payments now, or if you are getting upfront, or if you are waiting for maturity, it's the same. There's no change. If you notice, there's no change. It's still the same 26%, whatever way you want to save your money. So I think these are, but they also have a good side. Understand? Yeah, you enter your plan name and you save, but I'm not going to save because of this video. Let me show you the good part. This is a money I've saved. You can withdraw. You can see interest earned is 15,000. I can decide to break this and they will give me half of my investment. That is the good part of Rent Money. So you don't have to just you lose everything whenever you cancel. Let's say I want to withdraw. Yes, see, by withdrawing before your goal is complete, you will lose 50% of the interest you have earned. This is the good part. I don't know of other people, but most people, let's say for instance PalmPay, I used PalmPay some other time, and once you cancel, you lose both your interest and everything. But no, not your money. You lose the full interest. You won't get anything. But these people, they are considerate enough to give you half, 50% of what you have earned. I think you should make your choice within Fair Money and Rent Money. Now let's move on to the next. Next on our list, we have the Piggyvest. I know most of you have heard about this Piggyvest. But let me show you how you can use it, because most of the interest I'm seeing on the app, I'm seeing 18%, 20%, which is based on their credibility. They are also is a place where you can also put your money. You won't be scared, nothing, no problem. Let's look at this, how to save on this app to get the best. But I think their interest is not up to the two I just showed you. I prefer using those two, but this I maybe use it maybe if we want to save dollar, any dollar investment, you want to buy dollar and sell later, or you also want to invest, you understand? It also works for savings too. You can set up savings, so it has a lot of features. You can just on your own you can just check around it. So once you go log into your account, tap on savings, and then you tap on this safe lock. I think this is where gives more up, because if you tap on this piggy bank, you see 18% per annum. You can see it here, 18%. And which other target savings 12%, which is quite low. 8% lower than, let's putting 20 at the benchmark. It is lower. So the one that is almost up is this one, which is safe lock. So when you also here, you tap on create a safe lock, and then you can see, as I said earlier, depending on how long you want to save, 10 to 30 days is 14%, 30 to, you just go through. If you want to save this, I think this is the option we mostly use, this 271 to, that is a year. You can see the option here, 21.7. You tap on create a safe lock. I think I finally found it. Sorry for that option. You tap on the number of days, then you put in the amount, let's say 20,000. Then you put in the title, let's still call it rent as we did. Then payback date. I don't really know much about this, but I think is maybe because of the amount you put, 20,000. I say so you put 20, let's say 27th of this year, and then you select your funding source. You preview. This is just it. You can then create, but I'm not creating any safe lock. But this, if you want to create, just come to your savings, safe lock. I think it has the highest. You can also explore other options. There is this investment option, which they said give up to 35% returns, which they say give up to 35%. But I've not really used their option, but it also works. Just find a good opportunity and you invest into it. But I think it's still the same thing. It depends on how long. This one 4.7. This 30% per annum. This per year. This, I think, more farming, real estate. You can invest from here. And this one works better if you know what, but you have to make research, so you don't invest into something that will crash or something. I don't really know much about it. That is all for Piggyvest. Let's go into the last app on our list is PalmPay. PalmPay, I know most people, you know it for maybe loan and all those things, but there is also a good avenue for savings and the rest. So let's go. Once you log into your PalmPay, update your app, and then you go to this wealth option. Once you are there, you tap on Smart Earn. I think this is a new option that just came in, not this fixed savings. This fixed savings, I used it last year and they gave up 18% and 20%, which is still okay, almost like Piggyvest, but it's not. 2% is a lot of things, because I think from this year Smart Earn, the Smart Earn offers up to 22 or 23%. So let's see how many percent they offer. They offer 22.49. So 2.49, if you check, let's say you are using a million, you see that is a whole lot. 2.49 to 24. Let's only give that 20,000 is a huge difference. It's a huge difference. Once you tap on Smart Earn, you can also use their fixed savings. Also works because they collect 20% tax. As I explained earlier, I said everybody collect tax. They will tax you for it. So let's say you want to save $1 million, you see, you get 224. You just tap, but you have to do some verification. I think to snap your signature and the rest. So once you tap on it, it say confirm. Then you need to do this. Just fill all these things. Fill your next of kin, investor profile, and then you signature. I've not done. I'm here to do this. But once you have done this, you should be able to use this investment on PalmPay. So I think that is all. These four, the fair money, REM money, PiggyVest, and PalmPay, they work better, and the first two have the highest so far that I've seen. And please beware, any app that is giving you up to 50% for a short duration, even for a year, you should be wary. You should be wary. So that is all. I think if you have any other one that is legit and that you think is paying, drop it and let's review it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.
I want to assure you people and assure the country, the economy is now on